The CBS show Tracker is one of the most watched dramas of the moment. On this week's 48 Hours, you'll meet a real-life tracker, a persistent detective who relentlessly tracks down the killer of a young mother. As Peter Van Zandt reports, this one is personal.
Her name is Lieutenant Dakota Black. She's a trained tracker and detective with the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office in Shawnee, Oklahoma. She has solved a lot of crimes in her career, but none like this.
It will be one that I always remember through my whole life because of how cruel it was.
On September 16th, 2023, Frank Byers reported his wife, Michaela, missing.
As soon as we arrived on scene, we started tracking the area and trying to locate her.
After 5 grueling days, the ending Detective Black had feared. Michaela's body was found in a ditch.
I can't imagine how scared she was. It's just sad.
A profile of a cheating husband began to emerge. Michaela's sister, Andrea.
He was sending pictures to women the day of her funeral, asking, how do I look in my tux?
For Detective Black, this case was personal.
I did feel a connection with Michaela.
I've been in bad relationships. It could have been me.
I was not going home until we caught who was responsible for this.
And she already had her prime suspect.
We knew Frank was guilty. I wanted to prove everything to make sure he stayed in jail.
Joining us now from New York is 48 Hours correspondent Pete Van Zandt. Peter, why did Detective Black get so emotional in this case?
Well, she really saw herself in Michaela's story. Dakota Black was born one day apart from her in the same year, and Dakota in her own personal life had had a violent relationship with a past boyfriend, and she told me in the course of an interview that when she saw what happened to Michaela, she said, that could have happened to me. And it was the first time in any story I've been involved with that a detective had been moved to tears, but for her, that just fired her determination to solve this case.
Mm-hmm. And who was this guy Frank said she left with?
Well, Frank Byers, her husband, claimed that they had an open marriage. They were having some marital problems. Michaela's family says that's absolutely ridiculous. She never would have agreed to something like this. But Frank said that he witnessed his wife get into a white pickup truck with a man that he said was bald and had a beard. Authorities tried to find that truck, and they never were able to because, of course, it didn't exist.
Did Frank Byers appear to be a grieving husband?
Yeah, he went on social media and he went on a local affiliate up in Oklahoma proclaiming his innocence. He sort of did the emotional voice but couldn't shed any tears. And the thing that drove authorities crazy is that at that time, when he was saying how much he loved his wife and missed her, they had discovered that he had relationships with dozens of other women online, and that he had reached out to women on the day his wife disappeared, which is the day authorities believe he killed her, and also at the funeral itself. So Frank Byers was a bit of a scoundrel.
Thanks, Peter. Well, you can watch this episode of 48 Hours tomorrow night at 9.